Hello, my name is Travis Osugi. I'm the Technology Trainer for Empire Southwest. Thank you for joining me for this webinar on the new Caterpillar SOS web portal. In this video, we will be going over how to use the Fleet page. The Fleet page provides you with the tools needed to display, find, and manage your equipment in the following tabs: Assets tab, Components, Asset Details view, Add Modify Asset view, and Add Modify Component dialog. In the Assets and Components tabs, the top of the Fleet page includes a Filters section used to refine search capabilities. The Advanced Filter tool allows you to apply ad hoc or previously saved filters when searching for asset data. The Fleet page common features and functions. The Assets and Components tabs share common functions such as column selecting, arrangement, and sorting. Descriptions of common functions are described in this section. Choosing columns to display. Click on the Settings gear icon found to the right of the column headers to open up a drop-down list as shown here. A check mark appearing to the left of a column signifies that the column will appear within the table. An X hides the related column. If more columns are selected than space allows, a plus sign icon appears to the right of the row signifying that additional information is available. Sorting and filtering via column headers. Headers identify the information displayed in columns, but you can also use them to sort and filter the table's data. To sort the data in ascending or descending order, click on the small arrow to the right of a column header and then select the desired order. Columns can also be hidden by clicking on the X Hide Column item in the Headers menu. Some column headers provide drop-down lists used to select information options. Others use direct entry fields in which you can enter specific search elements to more quickly locate a particular sample. To clear header filters, click on the Settings gear icon located in the top right of the table, then click on Clear All Filters. You can rearrange the order of the columns simply by dragging them to the location you want. You can adjust the width of columns by hovering the mouse cursor between the column edges until you see a double line arrow, as shown here. Then hold down the left mouse button, drag the column to the desired width, then release the mouse button. Navigating and managing samples lists. Paging controls appear at the bottom of the table to the left and right to facilitate navigation through the longer lists of data. A Showing segment label identifies the range of results displayed. A Show section filter identifies the number of results shown within the table. Using advanced filters. The Advanced Filters feature helps you further narrow down data by giving you the tools to specify multiple conditions or properties for a given filter, so you can customize the information displayed based on the filter selected. You can use existing filters by clicking on the arrow to the right of the Select Filter drop-down list, then clicking on the desired filter shown in the list. Create new filters by clicking on the Filter Details, then Add Filter Condition. Specify filter criteria by using List to choose the property, operator, and in many cases, predefined values based on the filter types. In other cases, you will need to know the value to enter directly, or you may be presented with a Lookup Value dialog box to help you quickly retrieve conditions values from information stored in the database. To further refine search parameters, click again on Add Filter Condition and specify the additional parameters needed. After creating a new filter, you can click on Apply to have the system refine the samples list presented. Be sure to click on Save Filter to add the new filter to your list. Clicking on Reset clears all advanced filter fields, deselects the active advanced filter, and updates the samples display accordingly. Assets tab features and functions. The Assets tab provides you with the tools to browse and manage all of the assets in your fleet, including adding, modifying, and deleting assets. To add an asset, simply click on the Add button and fill out the form provided in Add Asset view. The Add Asset form collects asset and ownership information. Providing information for the required fields will create the new asset as needed, but including information in other fields can prove useful when completing other tasks within the application. Some fields are direct entry. You must know the value that needs to be entered. When you first enter the Add Asset form, the manufacturer and dealer fields will be grayed out. To activate the manufacturer field, enter a valid serial number in the Asset Serial Number field, and then press Enter. When you have satisfactorily completed at least the required fields, click on Save Asset to save the new asset into the database. After saving the new asset, the Components table appears at the bottom section of the view. You can use this table to add, edit, or delete components assigned to the asset. To add a component, click on the Add button, then enter information as needed in the Add Component dialog box. To edit information for a component, click on the check mark to the left of the component you want to edit, then click the Modify button. Modify the information in the Edit Component dialog box as needed, and then make sure you save your changes. Modifying an asset. Modifying information for an existing asset is similar to adding a new asset. Click on the check mark to select the asset you want to modify, then click the Modify button to open the Modify Asset view. Deleting an asset. To delete an asset, click on the check mark to the left of the asset and then the Delete button. The Components tab provides you with the tools to view data for all of the components in your fleet. You can also use this tab to submit new samples and compare sample results data for 2 or more components. Clicking on an item in the Component column automatically takes you to the Asset Details view for the selected component. Submitting component samples. Click on the check mark for 1 or more components for which you will be submitting samples, then click on the Submit button. Using the Compare Graph feature. The Compare Graph is used to compare existing test result data between 2 or more selected components. Click on the check marks for the components that you want to compare, and then click the Compare Graph button. Note that only one analysis at a time may be selected. Range drop-down list. This drop-down list helps you select the date range desired for the related sample. You can choose from all samples, specific date ranges, custom date ranges, and a custom sample range. Test selection drop-down list. This allows for easy selection of test results to be displayed in the graph. The Settings Gear icon pop-up box lets you toggle the x-axis between meter and sample date. You can check boxes to include analysis and test selection by rate of wear, normalized rate of wear, or a normalization factor input which will apply to all normalized rates on the graph at one time. Click on the Download Results button to get the selected data in a CSV file. Graph Area Features. Hold the left mouse button down and drag to zoom and show more details of any area of the graph. Mouse over a data point will show more details of that sample point. The legend below shows test abbreviations or data points, and clicking on a data point label in the legend toggles the display of the test in the graph. Asset Details View Features and Functions. The Asset Details view is accessed by clicking on an entry in the Asset ID column within the Assets tab, or by clicking on an entry within the Component column in the Components tab. The Asset Details view provides you with an overall picture of an asset and allows you to see the sample and maintenance event history for each component. Other features include accessing the Modify Asset view to make changes to the asset or its components, starting the sample submission process for the asset's components, and adding a fluid maintenance event to the asset's history. Icons in the top right of the view provide you with access to the trend chart for the selected asset, or you can download the asset history. Hovering the mouse cursor over an item in the Interpret Text column opens a tooltip with the complete text for that entry. Adding a fuel maintenance event. You can add maintenance events to a selected component for the current asset by checking the component in the components list, then clicking on the Add Fluid Maintenance button. In the Add Fluid Maintenance dialog box, use the drop-down list to select the event types to add, and then enter values in the other fields to describe the details of the event. Values can be entered directly into most fields, or you can use the incrementing or lookup controls provided. You can select multiple event types such as fluid change and filter change, and the dialog box fields will adjust as needed to collect the proper amount of information. All of the information from this video can be found by clicking the Need Help button in the top right corner of the screen. Here you will find screenshots and in-depth directions on how to navigate the section that you are currently on. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Please feel free to contact myself or the Empire SOS Fluids Lab with any questions, comments, or for training.